Welcome back to our weekly market wrap-up. Equity indices ended their three-week winning streak as rising Indo-Pak tensions rattled investor confidence. Drone and missile attacks, followed by India's Operation Sindoor in retaliation, intensified geopolitical concerns. Stay tuned, and by the end of this video, we'll unpack what drove the market down and what investors should expect next. This week, the Sensex fell by 1.3% and the Nifty 50 dropped 1.4%. The mid-cap declined by 1.4% and the small-cap by 1.3%. These declines reflect investor concerns over regional instability and global risk aversion. Let's take a look at this week's key economic updates. India's GST collection hit a record high of 2.3 lakh crore in April, up 12.6% YoY from the previous year and higher than March's 1.9 lakh crore. Forex reserves rose by $2.0 billion to $688.1 billion, marking the eighth straight week of gains. Gold reserves dipped slightly, but foreign currency assets and SDRs increased. Meanwhile, HSBC India Services PMI rose to 58.7 and composite PMI increased to 59.7, the fastest growth since August 2024. Globally, in Europe, Swiss inflation hit 0.0% YoY in April. Both Sweden's Riksbank and Norway's Norges Bank held rates steady due to global uncertainty. In China, the Caixin Services PMI fell to 50.7, a 7-month low. The central bank cut the 7-day reverse repo rate and RRR, injecting $138.6 billion. Exports rose 8.1% while imports fell 0.2%. Here are this week's top gainers. Tata Motors surged 8.6% ahead of its board meeting on May 13th to consider results and dividend. Titan rose 5.04% after Q4 FY25 profits and revenue beat estimates. L&T gained 3.4% as Q4 profit exceeded expectations, with EBITDA margin expanding. On the downside, among the losers, we had Sun Pharma declined 4.6% after an import alert from US FDA on its Halol plant. Asian Paints dropped 4.5% due to disappointing earnings. IndusInd Bank fell 4.08% amid concerns over derivatives exposure and a potential 1,500 crore Q4 hit. In the unlisted space, Mufji re-entered talks for HDB Financial with a 2,000 crore offer. NSE reported 2,650 crore Q4 net profit and announced a Rs 35 dividend. Other high-interest names, MSEI, NSE, Apollo Green Energy, Farmesi, CSK, NSDL, and Tata Capital. That wraps up this week's market highlights. Here's what to watch in the week ahead. Next week, India will release key economic data, including April CPI inflation on the 13th of May, WPI inflation on the 14th of May, and trade data on the 15th of May, offering insights into inflation and trade trends. Key global events include US April inflation data on the 13th of May, retail sales and Fed Chair Powell's speech on the 15th of May, and on the 16th of May, Japan's Q1 GDP, US building permits, housing starts, and the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index. That's all for today. Subscribe to Tikona Capital for more insights and wealth-building opportunities from the themes of the decade. Visit us at tikonacapital.smallcase.com to explore thematic investments in the Amrit Kaal. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next week.